Hello, this is Nana, and welcome to my night cooking live stream. Now, normally I would do this in the morning, but I had things to do, and I actually made the sourdough bread for future live streams. I want to do the starter on a live stream and actually go together step by step on different live streams to make the bread. But when I was making the starter, I did learn a lot that you have a lot of discard left. And let me show you what discard looks like before I get started. I have it in my fridge. And I have a bunch of it right here, right? So you end up with a lot more discard than you do actually starter to get started to get your starter for sourdough bread. So I went, well, this is a lot, and I don't want to waste it. So I have been going to search the internet and come up with ideas to do recipes for using this up, and this is the first one. So thank you for joining me or rewatching a live stream. That's fine. I'll give it a couple minutes before I get started. And I, hope people come and join me. If not, if you watch it later, that's fine. But those of you wishing to do the sourdough starter, please get a hold of me, and come and join me as I do it. I'll have to start it in the morning, and I'm excited to show you. I did do a live stream before this, a short one, to show you what the bread turned out to look like. But I will show you the bread right now because we've already eaten it. So now you can see the inside of the bread too. So this is the bread, and this is what it looks like in the inside. So we ate like a third of it already, and I cut up the other one to see if it freezes nice. And there's the decorations on it, and it's a very pretty bread. Thank you. It's really pretty. Thanks. So it was a different experience. And actually, it's great to see you. Thank you for joining me. Thank you very much. I hope I put all the recipe up there, and I hope there's no mistakes, because last time I did a 1 slash and forgot it was a half a cup, and people thought it was 1 cup. So I'll say the amounts as I make the whole ingredients together. So this way you double check. It's all typed on the top. And then if you watch the video, you'll know how to make it. And everything should match up. And if it doesn't, then just leave me a comment. I'll make sure I put some notation to fix it, like the last one. And how's the wife and family, MT? Thank you for joining me. I'm going to just give it a couple minutes, like till 5 after, and then I'm going to get going because I didn't want to make this too long of a live stream. The whole goal was because it's going to take me 20, 25 minutes to cook them. So doing good? So this is, have you ever thought of making sourdough bread, MT? It is quite the treat. It's definitely unusual to make, but you see the outcome. So I'm happy that I've learned. I'm going to get better. You get better and better at it. So I'm going to be making step by step. I'm going to be doing this again. I'm actually going to make probably in a couple days, make another set to see how I do, because it's a little technique. Once you get going, you have to refresh the starter. You got to make a levain to make the bread and all this stuff along the way. So it's a learning experience for me. It certainly has been, but I'm happy in the end it turned out good. But this recipe is good too. I don't have a muffin to show you, but I'm going to show you. Oh, we have started to make our own bread lately with her gluten-free stuff. Oh, okay. It's because you can't have gluten. That's different because I'm using all-purpose now. I don't believe this bread is good with gluten-free at all, but that's okay. So, like I said, I'll give it one more minute and then I'm going to start going on it. But right here in this bowl is 2 cups of all-purpose flour right there. So we're going to add the dry ingredients first. So 2 cups all-purpose flour. And then I'm going to we might as well start. I'm going to get going on it. And if people jump in, the recipe's on there and they can rewatch it. So the 2 cups all-purpose flour, we're going to add a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And to that, then we were going to add a teaspoon of baking powder. It's right in there. Okay, and then change this up because I think it'll stir better. That is a lemon zest. And I was putting it in the wet ingredients, but I really think I'm going to do this. I'm going to put it in, and then this way it won't all stick together. The dry ingredients will separate the lemon. What was I going to say? The lemon zest. Yeah, lemon zest. Yeah, most of the recipes we just replaced. I don't know if this would work with gluten-free, this bread. I don't know. This bread is a very particular bread to make, so I'm not sure because I think it needs almost the gluten in it. I don't know. Oh, here we got some more. Here we messed up. Let's get all that out. So I'm going to mix this up. All right, I'm going to put the oven on for 400 degrees, so I'm going to preheat my oven. It has to be at a high temperature, these muffins cook at, so I got everything out. Yep, I got my preheating the oven. This is all the dry ingredients I'm going to do right now. I'm going to have to melt some butter, so we're going to melt butter to get that cool down, so I'm just putting it in the microwave. 4 tablespoons of butter. We're just melt it. You can hear the microwave go. I want it cooled off, so you're supposed to put cool butter. Hang on a minute. Let's get going on this. Okay, 1, 2. Here we go. Let's get it melted. All right, so I'm gonna put that aside. And now we're gonna go do the wet ingredients, okay? This is the one that I want. You gotta really mix up good. So this is another look at that is the sourdough discard. You can see it bubbling and everything. And that's gonna be going in there. And I'm going to check on the butter because I just want it melted. I don't want it too hot because it's got to be cooled. Okay, there's our melted butter. All right, so we're going to take, like I said, this is a half a cup. Oops. We're using a half a cup of sourdough discard. All right, nobody use this. Let's get it out. Look at how sticky it is. It's very sticky, this stuff. Hey, just in time. Hi, Cliff. And Bill, you could be the checker, but I'm pretty sure I got everything typed out good. So you just missed the dry ingredients, which is, it's all at the top of the screen, and hopefully it's all done right. We got the dry ingredients. All right. Hey, Cliff. All right, so we're going to get all that sourdough. It really is sticky stuff. Like, look at it. All right. And I want to get that mixed up really good. So that's what I do. So, like I said, over here, just to repeat, 2 cups flour, 1/4 teaspoon salt, 1 teaspoon baking powder, and I put the zest of a lemon all in this dry ingredients. Now we're going to start with the wet. And right now I only started with a half a cup of sourdough. And we're going to take 3/4 cup of yogurt. This is the perk because it's sticky. You got to mix this up really good because you want that discard to blend in really good and not leave clumps. So I mix this up really, really good. All right. I'll start mixing that. Okay. See, because you can see it's sticking together. You got to mix it up and break it up because of the way it is. I do this for a little bit. All right. Okay, put that up. Now we have a half a teaspoon of vanilla. I got 1 egg. Okay. I'm not going to put the melted butter quite yet. I'll put the melted butter in a minute. I'm going to stir that up. All right, we got that done. And then we are going to, I want to put the sugar next. So we're adding 3/4 cups of white sugar. All right. Okay, to that, now you're going to add 4 tablespoons of melted cooled butter. So you don't want that hot because you're putting eggs in it. So I'm just going to, yeah, it's not bad. You want it melted but cooled because you'd be cooking eggs if you did that because there's an egg in here and you'd be cooking the egg if you're not careful. napkin here. Okay. Want to get that butter stirred in really nicely. Okay. So now that's your wet ingredients, and your dry is going to go into this now. So we will recap. Again, 2 cups flour, 1/4 teaspoon salt, 1 teaspoon baking powder, and 1/2 cup of sourdough discard. No, sorry. The dry ingredients is 2 cups flour, 1/4 teaspoon salt, 1 teaspoon baking powder. Then we go into the wet ingredients, which is 1/4 cup sourdough discard, 3/4 cup yogurt, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 1 large egg, 4 tablespoons butter melted and cooled, 3/4 cup sugar, and then we're going to combine everything together. But there's also a lemon zest in this flour too. So it's all listed above. I'm just doing it several times so that nothing goes wrong and everybody understands the recipe that I do. All right, so now we're going to take this and gradually, I'm just going to put this in here. I don't want to overmix. When you're doing muffins, you're not supposed to overmix the batter. So we're just going to mix the flour enough, and then I'm going to add the blueberries in, which is 2 cups blueberries. But we don't want to overmix this stuff. You want it mixed enough that all the flour is, you don't see dry flour on it. But I'm going to, before I totally mix this in the flour, I'm going to add my 2 cups of blueberries, fresh blueberries. And actually, you can add sprinkled this. This is going to be fun. I put on there to take it separately a tablespoon and put it over the blueberries before mixing it because they won't float. But I did it this way and it was fine. But if you follow the recipe up above, it's just as good. It's going to be fine. I just want to make it that everybody gets blueberries in the party here. There is a lot of blueberries in this muffin. Lots. So you can still see flour in there. But that's okay. A little bit of flour is going to be fine. You're not, there we go. Almost ready to put it in the containers. All right. Just worried. I want to make sure they all have blueberries in it. All right. So now we're going to do, just going to scrape this off. Gotta run the cart. Okay. All right. Put this aside. I'll just shove it here for now. And we're gonna get our little pan. Nope. Actually, before I do that, I want to do the topping. Here's the topping first. Let's get that done. The topping over top of this batter here, it consists of 1/2 cup of light brown sugar, 1/4 teaspoon walnuts, 1/4 cup walnuts, and 1/2 teaspoon cinnamon, which is in there already. So 1/2 cinnamon, 1/2 cup of light brown sugar, and there's 1/4 cup of finely chopped walnuts. Like I'm going to do it with my hand. Hands are clean, so we're just going to mix this up. That's good. Okay, that's fine. Move that out of the way. Now I'm going to bring the pans over here. Back here. see that. I'm just making sure you can see it all. Okay. A little cooking spray. Right, now I'm going to use my handy dandy ice cream scooper. I'm making sure I get the batter and some blueberries in every one of them. You want this about 3/4 full. So I'm going to go through this, every one of them like that. Nice scoop. And then I'll touch it up if I find there's not enough of them in it. Okay. Just a little more in this one. And my oven just went off saying it's 400 degrees. These ones are going to be bigger than the ones I made because I made 15, but I wanted to see if I could make them a little higher this time. So I'm putting bigger scoops in them. Let's see what happens. So I'm going to, see there's not much left. So I'm going to try to put it between the ones all over the place. Let's see. Good evening, Will. How are you doing? How are you doing, Will? There we go. Looks pretty good. I'm just going to rinse my hands off because I'm going to put the topping on. And the oven's all set for me. So we're going to take the topping and let's put this all on top of that. Oh, you feel better now? That's good. Those muffins look yummy. I have not seen a Muffin Man. I have no idea where the Muffin Man is. I haven't talked to him for a little bit. But I'm sure I will one day see him. Okay, good enough. Now we shall put it in and we can chat. And we'll put it in for, I'm going to put these one in for about 25 minutes and check them in about between 20 and 25 minutes. You're supposed to check them, but when I did the last ones, I did them for 23 and I wanted them a little longer than that. So I'm going to put the timer for 25 minutes and check them after 20 minutes. All right, here we go. Because it is cooking at 400 degrees. That's really high for baking. but that's what they like. This is the recipe calls it for that high. So we got the timer set, 25 minutes. And we can yap until it's ready. I'm going to get a cooler to bring them out so you can see them right out of the oven. Move some of this out of the way. All right, let's get it. And this is what my sourdough bread looks like. So I'm very proud of it. Right there. That's the bread I made today. It looks pretty. You get to do a design on this bread, which most breads you can't do, but this one, you can make it look so pretty. I always love Blueberry Muffins a little bit crispy on top. You do, eh? Well, that's kind of the way these are. I'm going to move everything out of the way so I keep it all clean for us to chat. Okay. So I think, let's see, can you see that high up there? Nope, I got to lower it actually so you can, there you go, that's better. Okay. All ready. Oh, yeah, no problem. It's okay, all good. Thanks for whoever gave me the thumbs up. Thank you very much. And we'll call this, I'm going to change the recipe. I think this is the second recipe I did for 2023 online. So I have to add that. But it's the first recipe for sourdough discard. And trust me, I'm going to be offline making more recipes. And then when I find nice recipes, I'll come back and do them on here to give you some ideas if anybody wants to make the bread and get ideas of what to do with the leftovers. Because I do a test. I actually make it offline, do a test, see what people think, and then I'll come back and show you the result if it's good. Because I don't want anybody wasting their time making it. See, got my scale ready here for the next batch. So, I'm going to clean everything. That's good. So anybody got anything to say tonight? Everybody good out there? All right. Well, I am checking out, and you guys aren't talking, so I'm going to just do some dishes while we wait for the muffins to come out of the oven. All right. What else we got here? So I'm at, what am I at? I am at 25 minutes. Let's see, by the time it cooks, at 21 to go. So I was trying to keep this not longer. I was trying to go less than an hour to see if I get all this whole recipe done. And then I want to test if it goes good in a freezer, because not everything that you bake goes good in a freezer. But I cut the bread up, and I was told it's good in a freezer, so I am testing it out too. So I cut it up and froze my sourdough bread, nice in slices like you would buy a bread, and take it out when I want it in a toaster. That's what I'm going to do with that. All right. So, what a mess this is. Hello, we have, looks like 18 minutes on the clock. Thank you. Misha, good evening. Thanks for your comment earlier. I was just trying to keep busy since no one was chatting to clean up after I cook. So I did the cooking recipe, and we're done. Just gotta wait till it cooks. I was showing off and on the bread. So there is the inside of the bread. You saw the picture. I did a video on it right after it came out of the oven. I wanted to show it. So that's what it looks like right now. Oh, I was at the store. That's what it looks like. And I did this. I wanted to show you something. I cut it up. This one I cooked a little lighter because I wanted to see the results of it. But I want to show you. Oh, it freezes good. Look at this. Is all right here. Pre-sliced. I sliced it off and it's frozen. It's a little lighter than this one, but none the same. It's all nice. It looks the same as that one. I got it all ready in the freezer so I can just take a slice if I want to have it on toast. So I'm hoping, I know it's a lot of work, but I'm hoping that, well, you think about trying to do it. This, because the recipes I'm going to do are going to, with all the discard I have left in my fridge, I am going to make nice recipes, which I already gave away. This blueberry one I'm doing tonight has the whole recipe up there at the top, and I repeated it throughout the live stream, which you'll get it within 20 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes in the beginning of the whole live stream. It's all there. We're just waiting for the results to show you after they're baked what they look like. So I'm excited. I know they're good. I gave them, I made 15 of them. This time I made these a little bit bigger, so hopefully they'll turn out nice and bigger. And I gave most of them away. I gave like 6 to my mom's physiotherapist people. And the girl that helped me do the sourdough bread, I gave her 3 to try and gave her some bread. So, yeah. So this is going to be, I'm going to cool these off and probably freeze these because I want to see how this recipe goes. And I'm going to make some other recipes. So this is the first one going on my book, the normal journal I do. Actually, I could write it down while I'm talking to you guys. The old cooking book. I'm going to grab that so I can do it actually. See if I can get it done. Yay. Well, the muffins are really good. All right, so remember the book I made? I'm just going to put another recipe card. All right. Okay. All right, preheat. Okay, so we're going to preheat. 400 degrees. This pen's not working right. Right. My renal prescription is empty. Jeez. Okay, so we're going to start out with, I'm going to put dry ingredients is going to be 2 cups flour, or a teaspoon salt, 1 teaspoon. Nope. Yep. 1 teaspoon baking powder. Trying to hurry up before the oven goes off. Okay, got that, 450. And you're going to bake, well, it's bake. I think I'll put that somewhere else on my curd. Okay, so the wet ingredients, I'm going to wet is 1/2 cup sour dough, Disguard. Then it's 3/4 cup. You guys are talking to each other and saying hi. Cup yogurt, 1/2 teaspoon. Vanilla extract. One large egg. 4 tablespoons melted butter, cooled. And over here, yes, I want to put zest of a lemon. Lemon. Great. So let's see. And we have, okay, make sure I got the sugar, melted butter. Okay, 3/4 cup sugar. And 2 cups blueberries. Okay. All right. I always like to double check. 2 flour, 1/4 cup salt, baking powder, 1 quart salt, lemon zest. Everybody's talking to each other. Oh, everybody's doing good. Thank you. Everyone's doing good. Well, sourdough's 1/2 cup sourdough, 3/4 yogurt, vanilla, large egg, 4 tablespoons melted butter, cooled. And we're going to jump over here. Sugar, 2 cups blueberry. Then you're going to mix together. Okay. Mix. Dry and wet ingredients. And I always put an arrow to go to the back because we have topping. The topping. All right. Woohoo! It's good. Okay, topping is. Where's my topping? Yes, 1/2 cup brown sugar. And we have 1/4 cup finely chopped walnuts. Walnuts, okay. And then we have a 1/2 teaspoon. Is Bill making it? I don't know. He went to the car or something. He should come back. I'm not sure. This is cup. But he's supposed to make the bread, so I'm thinking if you make the bread, you'll have all this left over, and that's what I thought of why I'm doing these recipes, is so that you don't waste all the discard. If I could show you, I have like 4 or 5 bottles in the fridge, and some I threw away because I didn't like it in the beginning. So this is a good idea to find recipes for it. Cup light brown sugar, 1/4 cup finely chopped walnuts. All right. And I'm going to put over here, bake. Okay, I'm going to 25 minutes, but you got to take a look at it after 20 minutes, take a look to see how it's doing. So it's 20 to 25 minutes. Oh, the sourdough? Oh my, it's really, which one sounds complicated? This recipe isn't. If you saw me, I did it all within like 10 minutes. I'm just waiting for them to cook to show you what it looks like out of the oven. The sourdough, I'm going to try to make it easy step by step, Misha. I'm willing to come on whenever I have to come on to show in the morning. I'll come and show you almost every morning, not every morning, but almost every morning. I'll come and show you what it looks like to keep you together. We do it at 10 in the morning. And if you can't be here, you can watch it and I'll show you. I will not stay on long. It's going to be just short live stream. I didn't throw any. I threw away a little bit, but I still have a lot. But you'll see. But I did 2 ways. I did it with whole wheat. You're not going to have that much, not as much as me, because I did it whole wheat and I did it all purpose. This time I'm only going to do all purpose because I know it works out and they work pretty well equally the same. So it's 1 batch for me this time. And I told you I'm going to do step by step to make sure it all makes sense and you get to see what it even looks like every day. Almost every day, because the first day I'll tell you if I'm going to be here the next day, I'll say, okay, well, let's come back and we'll meet back the next day and I'll do it. I'm going to be starting it shortly because I want to do another set of bread to know I know how to do it all. And so I'm going to be doing it with you with the starter first. So we're going to do the starter. And in between, I'm going to find some discard recipes to do too. Okay, I think I did everything. It's all up on the top of this live stream. I went through it and made it in front of you. I'm getting it baked. I'm rewriting all my recipes so I don't forget anything. And this goes in my book because I did this online. This is my book. Whenever I cook something online, you know, I made this in front of you guys a long time ago. So I said every time I make something online, all the recipes go in this book. So that's what I'm doing. And it's also going to go in my other book of my journal for sourdough. Any sourdough recipe is going to stay within this book we started. This little recipe book. The start of everything. Sourdough starter and all my little notes. And then I'm going to come back here in this book and it's going to start, I'm going to start filling recipes for it. Thanks, Will. All right. So that is cool. I got that done. I got it all written down. I'll double check it so I don't forget anything. And if ever you see a recipe like that I mistyped something, please tell me because I'm kind of hurrying up. I'm getting all my stuff ready to do the live stream for cooking. Then I'm literally typing the recipe just before I come on to show you it's right there in the beginning. But I'm showing you live in front. So if there's any issues, you'll know exactly how it's done or something was mistyped. It's all within the live stream because I'm even repeating all the amounts you need. These are really good. I just got a few more minutes. Yeah. There are so many blueberries, so it's going to make a little bit of a mess on your pan. You could cut down on the blueberries because it calls for 2 cups, but wait until you see because they're all oozing out right now. Making a mess, but they're going to be good. All wonderful. Everything takes time to make. Yep. That's true, Will. So I am just giving it a couple more minutes because I don't like the top of it. It's been in here for 21 minutes. And I want to make sure it's a little more browner than it looks right now. So we're going to keep an eye on it. And then I'll show you them here. They're messy in the pan, but it doesn't take long to clean the pan. But I kind of use a knife and I'll take it out and let them cool for a little bit. I'll take one out and then I'm going to let them cool off, obviously, when they're ready. I should have 2. Maybe I'll grab my other one. Let's see. All right, so what we're going to do. Right here. I got 2, so I'll take them out on this other coil. Takes a little bit. It's the cooking that takes so much time. Making these are pretty good. Like I said, I think I did all within 10 minutes, the most 15 minutes. And then I got the cooking time is 20-25 minutes. You just got to keep an eye on it and see, like, you just got to keep an eye on this. You're not overcooking or undercooking it. So the last time I had it, I did about 23 and I felt I needed to go on a little longer. And these are a little bit bigger muffins. So I have to go a little longer than that. Hi. Oh, go Jays. Okay, Blue Jays. Oh, are they winning or doing anything? Thank you for the thumbs up. Are the Blue Jays winning? So anyways, Mish, I don't want to stress you out. I was kind of thought it was stressing, but I'm going to tell me if I made it your life easier when I show you how to do this sourdough. My whole goal is to make it less confusing and make sure that you're going to see it's not that bad to do. It really isn't that bad. It's a little bit of work, but it's not as bad as once you get to know how to do it. It's not too bad. All right, let's see. Uh-huh. Now you could wait. You'll see what I mean. You could cut the blueberries down, but it says the recipe calls for 2 cups. So that's what I did. They are loaded with blueberries. A couple more minutes. I want to make sure I got them nice and cooked. They're all nice and puffy. All right. Okay, you're ready for this? Nice and hot, so don't get burnt. There you go. They're a little messy because there's lots of blueberries in them. All right, so I think I'm going to cool them over here. I'm going to cool them off. Oh, we had a death in the family and Gordon Lightfoot, sad time. Okay, so there, like I said, there's lots of blueberries. That's why they're all popping out. If you want to cut down this, the recipe called for 2 cups, but it's your choice. If you want to cut it down a little bit, then cut it down a little bit. Always a meow. There. I'm going to let them cool off, and then I'll show you closer. I don't want to pick them up yet. They're too soft. But there's a lot of blueberries in here. That's why I made a mess. can't touch them, but oh, no problem. It's all good. It's all good. So you can see they got loads. I'm going to try something a little different next time because sometimes when you freeze blueberries, they don't pop as bad. So I might try that, but they really are delicious. See, it's got loads of blueberry in it. I'm just going to cool down and I'll split one for you to show you how good they are. They're really good. Good. A little sloppy. And I think the only thing I'm going to change is I'm going to try freezing the blueberries. And I'm going to try a recipe when they're frozen and see if they don't pop as bad. Little plate. Okay. So they are really good, honestly. I can vouch, and that looks like the other side like that. They're super good. And there you have it. Let these cool off, and then I'm going to see if they're good in a freezer. That's what I made these batches for. Do you see how they pop in here? There's pops. If you freeze them, they shouldn't do that. But that's not what the recipe called for. Man, I want to taste. I'd love for you to taste it, but I think it'll go bad if I sent it to you. But I love the idea of frozen blueberries. But I think the next time I do this recipe, I'm going to freeze the blueberries and I'm going to see how they react. And I'm going to show you guys because blueberries don't pop when you freeze them and cook them from frozen. They actually don't pop as bad as this. But I don't know if the recipe will work with them. Oh, Lord. Heck yeah, he says. So there you go. I'm so happy. Thanks, Bill. Misha, I hope you do too. I promise I'll do my best at you getting you through it. I promise that I'll do my best. I've kept you on long enough here, so I'm not going to stay much longer. But that's one recipe, Bill. Write that one down. Oh, that's cool. I'm just lazy. You're fine, Nana. Nana explained it really well. I'm going to make this as well as I can explain it. But Bill, write this. Seriously, I want you to write this recipe down. You can't do it yet because you need the starter, but you need to know all the recipes I'm going to write down in my book that you know about, the journal. I want you to, because I don't want you to waste all the starter like I did. I waste them here, and it's going to be back here. I'll probably start it back here. I love these pages. I might pull them out. They're so pretty. But I'll start it back here, and I'm going to put the recipes all to do with the Disguard back here. All the ones that are good. They won't go in the book until they're good. So, yes, I do have to do a lot of work. I have to try them first, and then I'll tell you whether they're good or not, and then bring them back. But so far, I gave them to the person that helped me make the bet. She tasted it. My family all like it. Everybody liked it that I made these for today. So let's get the bread going. Let's have some fun. So, Bill, are you up at 10 in the morning? I'm going to tell you this much. I got to get clean up my mess here. But I will be starting, let's see. I'm trying to think of a best. I either want to start it within the next 2 days. No, I might start it. We'll see, either tomorrow or next, but it's got to be in the morning. I'm going to start it at 10 a.m. my time, because so I can do it and feed it 10 a.m. and 10 p.m. So I'll be starting just before the live stream will start at just before 10. Just before 10. Then I'm going to show you how easy it is to start it, and then we're going to put that away, and then I'll tell you whether I'm going to be back the next day or not. So that's how we'll do it. I'll make it as simple as I can, and I'll come back, and then we're going to check each other's starter, like, see, does it look like this, Bill? Because it should look like this. So are you available? If I start tomorrow, would you like that, or the next day? Is that too soon? When do you want me to start this? And I'm also going to tell you all this stuff if it freezes well, these recipes, because that's what I'm doing next. I want to know if I can. I don't need, like, I've already had a whole bunch of these. I don't want any more. So I have to see if I can freeze them. No, you don't have, no. No, I'm going to start. You only need, look, Bill, all you need is, I don't even have the right jar. I should be starting with the right jar. It's coming in. I'm hoping I can switch the jar. That's not going to be a problem. But I will start with my old jar. I want to start with, I should have the right starter, and I'm going to ask her if it's okay to move starters. I don't want to screw up my starter, but I can start with this. So you just need a mason jar, water, and flour. That's it. And a scale. It's as simple as that. Mason jar, scale. Here's my thing. I use this for water. You got to pour the water tonight. Okay, so jar, I got a lid somewhere. So a jar with a lid, but you're not going to put it on tightly. You need water. Pour it tonight so that it's set, so it gets rid of the fluorine and chlorine. You need a scale for weighing. And this is what I use. I'm going to find my little handy dandy tool, the one that I worked with already. Where is it? Right here. The silicone scraper. No, not rice flour yet. This is simple. You don't need any of the other stuff until way later. To start off for several days, you just need these items. This, a scale, all-purpose flour, a jar with a lid, right? There's nothing more you need. It's very simple. It'll take me probably, I won't even be on the live stream very long. If I come on a little bit before 10, I'll have it done in 5 minutes. I don't know. It's very fast. So you want to join us. Join me. Give it a shot. See if you want to try it. Rice flour doesn't come in till later. That's not until I make the bread. So you got to get the starter done. Let's do this. I will do it. I will do it with you again. This is my third starter. So after that, people are going to have to watch this. I'm not going to come do it again because it's like, it is a little bit of a lot of stuff. Yeah. I might have to watch you. Oh, if you watch the replay, that's okay. How about leaving a message that you watched it, Mish? If you can't join me in the morning because I know you sleep later, just put a note on there saying you watched it. I'd love for you to. You're going to see the beginning of this stage is very easy. I promise you. It's just a little bit of leftover. The discard is what you're going to get annoyed with. But if I find recipes, then you won't be upset. That's why I'm finding recipes, so you won't waste anything. The beginning of it is easy. I promise you that. As long as you do what I say, the starter becomes, it's not bad. It's just a little bit of a work. You got to feed it every 12 hours. That's what I'm going to tell you. So in the morning, I'll tell you, this is what you got to do today. You're going to do this and this. Wait, everyone's doing it. It makes you look cool. Okay. Okay, this where. Try it. I'm just telling you, the beginning, I promise you, I wouldn't lie to you. I told you it was difficult, some of the stuff. But I will be there 100% all along the way doing it with you guys. So, like I said, tomorrow we're going to need, let me find a lid. I'm going to wash everything, but I'll have it all set. I need my scale. I'm going to pour water right now in front of you to get that ready for tomorrow. I'm going to come for sure tomorrow. And I will come, I want to have this, near 10 o'clock, just before 10 o'clock, I'll come online. Matter of fact, I'll leave my stuff around here so it's all set for tomorrow. Well, I can't leave my TV and all that but there, see my water? You don't need that much water, but right here, the water. Leave the water in here. Let it sit. It always has to be water, room temperature. And you try to leave it overnight because it gets rid of the fluorine and chlorine. And then I will feel like poo. You better. I'll be talking to myself doing this. I'm going to have to beat you with my mallet. I'm just kidding. Let me get all my tools. I might as well wash this stuff up and have it all set for tomorrow anyways, you guys. So, I'm going to give you a couple hints right now. This is what happened to me on one of them. Okay, you're going to go through different periods of. It's going to be really weird what you see along the way. So, just ask me questions because one of them sat there and didn't rise, and it went and had liquid in it, and the liquid smelled like alcohol. That means that the starter's hungry, and you got to feed it. But what I did was I waited till the next feeding. I dumped all the liquid out and only kept the good stuff. And I dumped the amount that you need to dump out when we get to that point after. So I got that, my water, that. I'm just missing. I got to get a lid. I don't know what I did with the lid here. I got to find my lid or I'm going to borrow a lid from somewhere else. I got some in my cupboard somewhere. Oh, there's a little lid. No big lids. Well, you just need a lid. You're not even tightening it on. You just need to loosen the lid. Kind of fun. You know what? I actually should use my new jar, but this is too big. This is not. It's almost too big. This is the jar I'm waiting to use. The one I showed you already. This WEC jar. I ordered a smaller jar. That's the WEC one I'm going to do it with. I got all the stuff I need, okay? So if you notice, I got flour here. And you're going to need a lot of flour. I got flour here, water, this, the scale, a jar, and a lid. And that's basically how to start. And then I'm not going to see you for a day because day 1 is where you make it. And day 2, you have to let it sit. So I won't do a live stream the next day because you all have to let it sit. And like a microwave with the door shut, like it has to be in a warm place, but not crazy warm because you could make it go too fast. So it's got to go, like they kind of said, put it in the microwave with the door shut is the best kind of place. I had it on top of the fridge to try it. And it ended up, it was better in my microwave. So I put it back in the microwave and it's going to react differently. It all depends on the temperature in your house. So you're going to get a little, it won't be identical to mine, but in the end, it's going to work. You'll see. Bill, we couldn't feed it in 12 hours. I got all. Yeah, you can't feed it for over a day, okay? That's what I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you when I don't know if you're joking. Yeah. Well, let's wait till 10 or so. All right. So we got that. We got water. We need a lid, and then I can probably get out of here pretty soon. I wish I had my lid in front of you, or I'm going to have to find another container. I'll just have to use another container probably. I might use this one here. I got some in this one. I'll swap it out. This has got a small lid, so it's more awkward. This one's a better one. So I got something that's better to use. Wash it out. All right. And Bill, I don't want to make you feel bad, but I did all this work to make sure I knew how to do it for you, buddy. I went out of my way to try to learn how to do this because you said you wanted to do cooking together. We kind of said we would do that. I miss Southern Belle. You said you wanted to do cooking together, and you said you wanted to do sourdough bread because you're known for it in the East Coast, and I'm doing it with you. That's a bigger one. I'd rather have this one. It's easier to work with when it's a bigger lid. So Just want to show you. You are welcome. Sure. If you don't have one, don't worry about it. You don't have to have a wet jar. See, like that. That's how you're going to leave it, like this, loose. You're going to make it, leave it like that, because it might expand. It will. Oh, measuring tape. Oh, sorry. I did forget something else. I want to make sure I got it all tonight so you know what I'm talking about in the morning. And something simple. Hi, Miss Southern Bells, and thank you so much. Okay, measuring. You need masking tape with a pen. And the reason you're doing this, okay, guys? I got a marker. The reason you're doing this is because you should mark the date you started it, okay? Put starter, and tomorrow, whatever, April 4th or 3rd, put that on there. But you're also, I'm going to show you. When you make it, you put the bottom of the masking tape line right where it is, and then you'll know that it doubles. You're looking for it to double all the time. Every day, every time you feed it, every 12 hours, it should be doubling in size. That's what you need it to do. So the masking tape is, like I said, to keep track of how old it is for you, what's in the fridge, and also the fact of it doubles in size. So this was really handy. Like, I'll show you my original one, okay? I'm going to go to the fridge. And I'll also show you that it slowed down. See, the process of it doubling slowed down in size. See, it was dated. I started making this April 19th, right? You can see it. April 19th. And I always put that guideline on the bottom where it is. When you put it in the microwave with the loose lid, then it should come up here. And the more it comes up, the stronger it's getting. And that's when it means it's being really good. It's going to be a good starter. If it keeps doubling in size, it's going to be better for you. But this, when you put it in, you put more flour and water, and you have to do something different when you're putting it in the fridge so that it's not moving. You don't have to feed it. It's going slower in the fridge. But you have to add more flour and less water to do this. Okay, so I think we're good. I'm trying to help you out. If you plan on doing this, you'll have all the things we need. It really is simple, this part. The beginning is easy. I don't think so. You don't have to worry. I don't know if you have some kind of jar, don't you, Bill? You don't have to have a wet jar because that's by tomorrow. So do you have just a canning jar or a glass jar? You don't even need it. You can have a clean jar. I mean, seriously, as long as it's clean, doesn't matter whether it's a mason jar. You can have, I'm just trying to find something. Well, any big jar with an open mouth and you clean the jar, make sure it's all clean. Okay, you do have jars. I will. All right, that's good. So this tool, whatever you got, this is going to be a handy tool because you'll see why tomorrow. Oh, I see my progress bar was wrong. What is a wet jar? They're used especially for sourdough, and I'll show you what that is. I did show you it right here. It's online, Mish, and that's what people keep their sourdough jar in. It says WECK, WECK. And if you notice, like my friend that taught me, she doesn't even use any of this. Her WECK jar is just like this, and she leaves the cover on it in the fridge just like that. So they're designed for it. But this is kind of too big for a starter. So I ordered a smaller one. This is a liter jar, and I ordered a half liter, but it's not here to start it. So I'm going to start it anyways. I'm hoping I could transfer it to the other jar, but really I shouldn't because you're going to have some built up. The stuff that's built up is what actually starts the sourdough starter. So you're not really supposed to move it, but we moved it later on when I went to go do bread and made the levee. The levee is another thing to make the bread. That's when we moved it. We cleaned the jar out and put it back into a clean jar. That's when I'm going to move mine to a wet jar later on. I'll show you that when I get them. It's supposed to come in a few days. And matter of fact, I only wanted one, and it was cheaper to order 4. So what happened was 2 of them they're not cheap, but they were $30-something at 30 and $2 more. I could get 4. So I ordered 4 because the girl that helped me, Christine, I'm giving her 2 of the jars. She said, I'll pay you half. I said, no, you've helped me out a lot. So that's my gift to you. I'm going to give you 2 of the jars when they come in. So she'll have 2 and I'll have 2. The smaller ones. And I'll show you that when I get them. Oh, that's good, Leanne. Very good. Well, guys, I think I didn't want to keep you long. So I got into the sourdough. I would have been off earlier than an hour, but I'm going to let you guys go. I'm going to go let these cool off and freeze them. Oh, okay. That's nice. I don't know, Bill. Don't order anything yet. Just work with a glass jar. Do that for me, okay? I don't want you to spend any money yet. When I get them in, I'll show you, and then you can order them if you want. But just keep the starter in the same jar all the time. So I will see you guys. I hope to see you. I will come on a little before 10 o'clock. It'll be 10. It's be close because I want to start my starter at 10. So at 10 at night, later on, I'll be feeding at 10 in the morning, 10 at night, just like you will. You'll do whatever time you set. All right, guys? So I shall see you tomorrow morning a little before 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Have a good night and take care, okay, guys? Okay, bye. Thank you very much for coming. And I'm going to have that after I get off. Yummy. Is this going to be I hope this is the thumbnail. I'm showing you my dessert. Just like that. Should I take a bite? Misha, can I take a bite in front of you? Want me to take a bite of this in front of you? Here's my face. Let's see. Oh, wait a minute. I got to put it up here. I'm going to put it up. Wait a minute. I got to put it up against it sideways. Okay, you ready? Dawn has more. Yum. Okay, guys, I love you. Take care. See you later. Have a good night. Yummy.